Good morning. It is 8:26 a.m. on Tuesday, September 6th, 2016. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. So, made the drive back from Maryland today. Arrived safe at home with the little dog. I was very pleased that she seemed to take to the travel pretty well, all things considered. Uh, you know, Knowing her for almost 8 years now, I am attuned to her various nuances of body language, and I could tell this is not her favorite thing. She would rather it be done sooner. But all things considered, I had a blanket spread out on the back seat, make it a little bit more stable for her. I put stuff in the footwells so that it wouldn't be this like cliff that she could potentially fall off of, especially if I have to brake suddenly. And did my best to try to make it comfortable for her. Um, Stopped a couple of times over the course of the 7.5 hours or so driving to let her out and do her thing. I needed it too, right? This is a good pace for me as well. So, like like I keep saying, all things considered, this is NPR. No, it was the drive was not fun, but it worked out just fine. It was not unbearable. It was not, and I ended up, jeez, I ended up listening to the Harmontown podcast archives, basically just back to back the whole way on both directions of this trip. It just really, there's a rhythm to that show that just kind of just kept my brain turning over. There's so many little tangents and everything. Luna, settle down, little dog. I know there's another dog barking in the hallway. Shh. Luna, down. Down. Good girl. Let me show. See, there's that little dog. Are you a good girl, little dog? Yes, I think you are. She's a little bit wet right now because it's raining outside right now, which is actually kind of nice. I like. We've been low on rain here, so and especially since I'm taking today off as well as recovery day from my weekend, having it be rainy outside while I'm inside, that's not bad at all, is it? And it was good. So it was a great weekend. I had such a good time staying with friends and just doing stuff, hanging out, showing off my puppy, showing off my Vive VR headset, hanging out some more. It was good. It was a good weekend. I painted a thing. I'll post a picture of it on Twitter, Christiana Ellis, and it's basically they had these little 4-inch by 4-inch bits of canvas and various paints and brushes, and as an art project, they were having everybody paint a square. Uh, and I had never really played around with paints like that before. So, I had a fair amount of theoretical knowledge, but not a lot of direct experience. And so there was a moment in the process of my painting that I thought that I had just ruined the whole thing. So I decided that I wanted to paint a sunset, and that was going to require um, trying to blend colors, yellows, oranges, reds into the blues to try to show the different colors of the sunset. But I blended too aggressively and was a little bit unprepared for just a teensy bit of dark paint in a lighter color makes it darken much more than you would think, or at least than I thought prior to experiencing it firsthand. Um, and so what ended up happening at the midpoint here is that in my attempt to blend, I created basically just a muddy sea of crap brown. And I was thinking, that's not very sunset-like. So I ended up kind of basically just painting over the top of that brown base coat, and made a sunset where I didn't blend so aggressively, and I painted kind of a silhouetted, hills and some trees and stuff, and honestly, given my lack of experience, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. So I don't have it here because the whole point of the art project is that I was leaving the canvas there to become, set into a frame along with all of the others. But I did take a picture and I will post that on Twitter. So uh, I'm going to go hang out for today and rest up. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow for 5 more minutes.